Number 4. Raiders of the Lost Ark. George Lucas delved back into his childhood once again. Not in a galaxy far, far away. He plundered those 30s and 1940s serials, such as Tailspin Tommy and Commander Cody. He had watched on reruns, and with the contributions of Philip Kaufman and Lawrence Kasdan, created a classic. Directed by Steven Spielberg at the height of his directing powers, and starring Harrison Ford, a role to rival Han Solo for popularity, as Indiana Jones, an archaeologist and adventurer who has a knack for getting into trouble. I remember having to walk 7 miles to watch this in 1981. I only had money to add to the box office and a packet of mints, but my aching feet were worth it. What a movie! The movie takes place in 1936, 3 years before the start of the Second World War. After returning from an expedition where Jones was almost killed by a rival archaeologist, Rennie Belloq, played by Paul Freeman, for his latest find, a golden idol from a Peruvian temple. Jones attends a meeting with his close friend Marcus Brody, played by Damon Elliott, and is informed by 2 government agents that his old mentor's name, Abba Ravenwood, has been mentioned in Nazi dispatches from Tanis, Egypt, where Nazi German forces are excavating. Jones knows if the Nazis are in Tanis, they are looking for the Ark of the Covenant, and Ravenwood has the medallion that sits on top of the Staff of Ra, which will lead them to the Ark's location.
If you put the staff in a certain place at a certain time of day, the sun shone through here and made a beam that came down on the floor here and gave you the exact location of the Well of the Souls.
The 2 agents task Jones to recover the artifact before the Nazis and return it to the American government. Jones's only lead to Ravenwood's whereabouts sends him to a tavern in Nepal. And into the arms of his ex-girlfriend, Ravenwood's daughter, Marion, played by Karen Allen.
I need one of the pieces your father collected.
After surviving a Nazi attack on the bar, which burns down, and Gestapo agents,
I can be reasonable.
That time is past.
Arnold Tot, played by Roland Lacey, burns his hand on the medallion. A nice plot device so that later in the movie both Jones and the Nazis are in the same place. Jones and Marion team up.
I'm your goddamn partner!
And head to Cairo, where they meet Jones's friend Salah, played by John Rhys Davis, who tells them that Belloq is working for the Nazis. Nazi agents try to eliminate Jones, which led to one of the most funny off-the-cuff cinema moments, the sword-wielding thug's demise. Ford was sick with dysentery, so instead of engaging in a fight, he asked Spielberg if he could simply shoot him. Jones fails in stopping Marion from being kidnapped, and believing that she had died in an explosion, decrypts the medallion with the help of Salah, and he has the Staff of Ra cut to the correct size. The Nazis have only half of the medallion to work with, thanks to the burnt hand plot device, and Jones soon realises that the Nazis are digging in the wrong place to find the Well of Souls, the Ark's resting place. Jones infiltrates the dig and uses the correct size of staff in the map room of Tanis, finds the Ark in the Well of Souls, but Belloq interferes, and before burying him alive, he reunites him with Marion. The movie poster declared the return of the great adventure, A movie tagline that captures the spirit of the movie perfectly. The epic fight scenes where Jones is trying to retrieve the Ark after he and Marion escape the Well of Souls are outstanding, especially between him and a German mechanic who is trying to stop Jones from destroying the transport plane that will take the Ark back to Berlin. The violence is grounded, brutal, and shows the consequence of the violence. Not like today's sanitized products, where consequences of actions are non-existent. The ending is satisfying and spectacular. Aided by a script that is smart enough to avoid contrivances, the weakness of so many action movies today. Top-notch acting, directing, great characters, design, all came together to create a great movie that matured into a classic. Oh, and where's my trilogy, Rian Johnson? This is how subverting expectations is done correctly.
I'll tell you everything.
Yes, I know you will.
If you like the content, please subscribe. Hit the like button and notification bell for new content.
Marion, don't look at it. Shut your eyes, Marion. Don't look at it no matter what happens.